James famously came back from a 3-1 postseason deficit. I'm positive he's not trying to test those 3-0 waters as the Lakers hosted the Thunder for Game 3. Fourth quarter, the Thunder are starting to run away with it. A.J. Mitchell off the screen from Hartenstein to the rack. And then Mitchell's going to pull up from 3. Thunder up 106-89 with that and under 7 minutes remaining. Reeves gets blocked. He was hollering for fouls all evening long. Other end is Alex Caruso throwing it down. Thunder roll 131-108. It's a 3-0 series lead for OKC. New on SportsCenter, LeBron James taking some time in the locker room.
Obviously, the third quarter, we'll start with that. We didn't have the energy, the effort, and they put a 30-plus point quarter on us. Kind of took care of the game right there, honestly. We had moments, obviously, in the first half that was really good for us. We did a good job of sharing the ball and knocking down shots. In that third quarter, we didn't knock down shots. We didn't defend or get stops, I would say. We defended, but we didn't get stops, and it allowed them to kind of take control of the game.
What is your level of anger and or disappointment?
I don't want to say I'm not angry or disappointed. Obviously, you're disappointed in the simple fact like you being down 3-0, obviously. But, we still got life, and that's all you can ask for. And we got to be much better on Monday. See what happens.
JJ compared the Thunder to some of the 90s Bulls teams or the 17-18 Warriors teams. So they're an all-time great team. You obviously played against those 17-18 Warriors teams. Do you think this Thunder team ranks right up there?
They're pretty damn good from top to bottom. And they don't let their foot off the gas.
LeBron, in the third quarter, collectively, you guys are minus 31. What's happening in the third quarter, them versus what you guys are doing?
I don't know. But obviously the number speaks for itself.
When you guys played Oklahoma City, and I think it was February or something like that, you talked about how it's their ability to sustain energy, to sustain execution. Going up against that in this series, just what have you kind of made of their stamina in that way?
No, it's not nothing. It's because it's not surprising. You've seen them over the years. They have a lot of bodies, and they got a lot of guys that can do multiple things on the floor. So, it helps to have that depth.
About what kind of effort will it take to get one game? What's it going to take from you guys?
Obviously we got everything. Everything and more to beat a team like this. So we got to be our best, be at our best on Monday.
Well, when you guys get to any team gets to an elimination scenario, it literally could be the last time that group is together as it's constructed. Is that something that a group should acknowledge or does acknowledge? And what's key to you don't just focusing on the
Nah, you don't really talk about that. You focus on the moment at hand and go from there.
JJ was talking about how they have the ability to kind of shape-shift within the course of a game and just adjust because of the different personnel that they have. That you've been on some teams like that, but what is the challenge when you're trying to almost put something out on the floor that they have and they're able to just switch on the fly?
You just said it's very challenging. They have the proper personnel to be able to, like you said, shape-shift whatever you kind of put out there, and and still be productive no matter who's on the floor.
Lakers had a 2-point advantage at the break. 59-57 was the score. This season, through the first round, the Lakers were 40-2 when leading at the half. Unfortunately for the Lake Show, in this series, they're 0-2 with both of those losses coming in the last 2 games. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and A.J. Mitchell on the floor post-game.
Shai, your leading scorer in today's contest, this young man, A.J. Mitchell, what can you tell us about his ascension?
Yeah, he's a gamer. He works super hard, never shaken by the moment. He's just ready for his opportunity, and he takes full advantage of it. It might be a shock to the world, but this is no shock to us. We knew A.J. Mitchell was the day he stepped foot in our building, and he's just showing it to the world.
A.J., what's allowed you to have so much success with this group this season?
Man, the trust that I got from my teammates and the coaching staff has been amazing from day one, so that's the key.
Shai, you're up 3-0. What do you need to do to close this thing out here? Are you going to get greedy and try to close it out here on the road?
Absolutely. We would never want to waste the opportunity to win a basketball game. We got to do the same thing we did in the first 3 games. Be the aggressor, play the right way together. Whether the shots are going in or out, just stay true to our identity, our personalities out there on the floor. And yeah, we should be fine.
Shea, AJ, congratulations. Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
What y'all don't get to see and hear is Big Perk before we start the TV side of this thing. He's here now with us on SportsCenter. And Perk, when we were talking, you mentioned that despite the lead that the Lakers had, there was no shot that they were going to walk away with this one. What leads to a dominant effort like this from the Thunder?
Man, first of all, good to see you, Trail. Second of all,
Always.
did you see how the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're laughing at the Lakers. They were laughing at them when they had their fellowship moment after game 2 it was in Oklahoma City with the officials. Look, the Lakers just don't stand a chance. They don't match up to the champs. They're full of two-way guys. And what happened tonight is that we saw that Sam Presti have the best eye in basketball when it comes to talent. All of a sudden, SGA is not having an SGA-type series or game. And what do you see when he's on the bench? You see the emergence of A.J. Mitchell. Not only does he go for a playoff career high, but also the decision-making because he had a playoff career in assists. This is how deep and dangerous this team is. It's moments that it could be Chet Holmgren that look like the best player on the floor. Alex Caruso comes in and his impact is all over the place, especially defensively and bringing that tenacity. So when you look at what they done, all they did was headhunt and search out Austin Reeves tonight. That's the conversation that we need to talk about is him, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, defensively, he has proven to be a bit of a liability, so they got some things to work out. A.J. Mitchell, 24 points, 10 assists on the evening. Perk, don't go too far. We got to get some more thoughts on everything playoff basketball, all right?
All right.
New on SportsCenter, J.J. Redick after the loss.
Well, again, the turnovers, we lower number, but they still scored 30 points off those turnovers. I think we had 5 of them in the third. I think all of them actually led to them getting fast break transition baskets. I don't know what ended up being, but I know at one point they were 11 of 17 from 3 in the second half. They you're not getting stops. It's harder to score. But again, the MVP is 18, 22, 7 of 20 tonight, and they've kicked our ass 3 straight games. They're an incredible basketball team.
JJ, beyond what you saw in game 2 that led you to share your post-game thoughts, sometimes coaches will try to plant seeds to change the tide of a series. Did you feel like the officiating, there was any impact in it compared to last game after your remarks?
No, I mean, again, I said after the game we didn't lose that game 2 because of the officiating. Just pointing out some discrepancies. That's all.
JJ, what was your message to your team down 3-0, knowing that you guys have done some stuff very right, and to your words,
third straight game, we're right there after 2.5 quarters, and we tried different lineups, tried different coverages, still lost those minutes again. We've got to be better, but I'm not giving up on the series, and we're going to go try to win on Monday. We're going to try to extend the series, and we're going to try to take this thing back to OKC.
Was that the end?
All right, J.J. Redick calling the Thunder an incredible team. And the head coach of that incredible team, Mark Dagnall, new on SportsCenter.
Yeah, I thought the first half, credit them, they had us on our heels a little bit. They shot the ball exceptionally well. They were 55% from 3 at halftime. They had 7 offensive rebounds. And so we were fortunate to be down by 2 in the first half. And I think, sometimes teams look at that and they just assume the game's going to turn, but we got to understand that we have to be the ones to turn the game, and that's what we did. We played better defense, fought on the glass, kept our pace up offensively, and played obviously an exceptional second half.
What else we got? Joel and then Tim.
Mark, JJ was saying before the game that obviously we've known for years like depth is the issue for your opponents. He actually said that you guys have about 13 guys who would be in the top 8 of anyone's rotation. Considering what Jared gave you those first couple games, what AJ gave you tonight, the additional layers you added, is there difficulty in knowing what buttons to press, where to turn when, particularly in a playoff series?
I mean, there's a lot of choices. It's obviously a very good problem to have. I trust everybody. I think what makes it easier is the guys' commitment to the team and their willingness to kind of embrace the team nature of this team. You know, they're always ready to go. They root for each other's success. You know, Isaiah Joe was giving me play call recommendations for McCain in the fourth quarter of the other night when he basically in the third when he took his rotation. Isaiah didn't play in the second half. You know, tonight Isaiah Joe flips in. I didn't play McCain in the fourth. You know, their energy for each other doesn't drop off. It's pretty special, and that makes it easier because I know when I make those decisions, which sometimes are right, sometimes are wrong, the team's got my back, and the guys are always going to be ready.
And just a quick follow-up.
Let's bring back our NBA champion, Kendrick Perkins. Game 4 is Monday in L.A. Do the Lakers win a game in this series, or is a sweep coming?
Man, this series is over. You saw LeBron James' body language. He could care less, and he's trying not to stress himself out. There's nowhere in here that they're trying to get back on their plane and go back for a Game 5 in Oklahoma City. They knew tonight was a must-win situation, but what happened was they got exposed, right? They got exposed from a personnel standpoint, and it showed that the Lakers are just not athletic enough to keep up with these top dogs in the league, especially Austin Reeves. He was picked on time and time again defensively. And here's the bigger question, right, that the Lakers got to ask themselves. Next year, in the near future, whenever, is Austin Reeves going to be part of your franchise where he's going to be a cornerstone paired with Luka Doncic that you believe that could be able to compete and have a legit shot of coming out of the West and bring back home a championship? Because let's be real, just like the Celtics, the Lakers, it's a standard. The standard every single season is championship or bust. It's no in between. The Laker fans are not satisfied with this.
Down 3-0 with Game 4 on Monday on a night. SGA shoots 7 of 20, and OKC still scores 131 points.
Smoke.
Big perk coming back with us to talk more NBA in just a bit.
Oh, plenty more in the NBA, but good Lord, it does feel like it's a wrap for the Lake Show at this point, dog. Like, that was tough watch.
Perk laughing
That's
at
right.
some of the questions.
He is tickled by the efforts of the Lakers.
We're going to see you at the last laugh in Game 3 between the Cavs and Pistons coming up. Big